Hey there, guys and gals of YouTube world. It is Thursday, September the 30th in the year 2021. That means you should have almost all your numbers finalized for your monthly net worth check, or figure out your net worth. Sorry about that, tripping over my words. I always finalize mine on the first of the month. Just that's the habit I'm in right now, but you can do it the last day of the month, first day of the month. You can pick any day you want to. It's your net worth, so do it whenever you want to. Remember, add up all your assets, all your liabilities, subtract liabilities from your assets, and whatever's left over is your net worth. And if you're not positive, if you don't have a positive net worth, perhaps check out Dave Ramsey. He's great at getting you from negative to zero. If you have a positive net worth of anything, don't follow Dave Ramsey. Watch my channel, watch other channels. You need to start investing, because all you got to do to invest is you make X number of dollars, you spend Y number of dollars, you invest the difference. That's all you got to do. It can be as little as $5 a month. $5 a month, you can invest. All right. My video yesterday on stocks, I should have mentioned that. I forgot, I think. I started with $50 a month back in 1990. You can start today with $50 a month. You can start with $25 a month. You can start with $10 a month. You can start with any dollar amount you want to, okay? But this video is going to talk to you about the secret to getting wealthy. The secret to getting wealthy. Shh. Shh, 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 shh. I gotta talk quiet. It's the secret to getting wealthy, okay? So what is the secret to getting wealthy? All right, I talked about stocks yesterday. That is not the secret to getting wealthy. I was a stock investor for 30-ish years, and I did quite well for a period of 15 or so years, but I only had a little bit of money to begin with. And when you have a little bit, yes, it grew into several hundred thousand, but that's not wealthy. No matter who you are, you might think several hundred thousand is wealthy, but it's not. Okay, when I talk about wealthy, I'm talking a net worth of 2.5 million and up. 2.5 million isn't necessarily wealthy, okay, but 2.5 minimum and up. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, how can you, the average Joe, the average Jill, I know someone, well-behaved wallet, the one who says she can't buy a rental property for another 5+ years or whatever it is, okay? How can you become wealthy sooner? Like within a 10-year period, not 20 years, not 15, perhaps within 10, and not by living as frugal as possible. How can you do it? I'll tell you how you can do it. You start buying rental property, okay? So with rental property, you might think it's an insurmountable task to do so. It's not. I'm trying to think of the right words to say. It's not that difficult, okay? Do you rent right now? Do you own a house right now? So you do one or the other. Do you just live with somebody? Okay. How much money do you make? All right. To buy your rental property, you have to get a mortgage. Okay. To get a mortgage, you have to qualify. To qualify, more than likely, you need to have W-2 income, probably for 2 years. Okay. So get a job. I've said this many times. Get a job. All right. You could be someone like my nephew who's 19-ish, 20-ish years old. If he has full-time employment for 2 years, and he could be 21, I dare say I can assist him, not financially, with education, in getting a rental property at a young age. Okay, I can't guarantee it, because with mortgages, banks may change the rules over time, et cetera, et cetera. But I dare say within 2-ish years, my young nephew could get his first rental property. Okay, will he? I don't know how much he'll listen to me, so we shall see. But maybe you will. All right, because rental property is how you can get a net worth of $2.5 million in, let's just say, roughly 10 years. Why do I say that? I say that because when I started buying rental property, it's been 5 years ago now, pushed almost 5. But in a 4-year period, I went from 0 rental properties to 25 rental units, okay? I did that in 4 years. But I just said it's been 5 years for me. I took a little bit of a hiatus in a way, because I decided to do something that I don't recommend a lot of you do, but it was at a period of time in my life, and I have my own reasons I decided to do this. I decided to step up in my housing arrangement and get a house that just today, I might be able to sell this for $750,000. Okay, I bought it for $555,000, I have a swimming pool and I'm on the water. I could travel from this body of water to all of the biggest bodies of water in the world, meaning the oceans. Okay, I could get there from where I live at. All right. So anyway, I decided to do that. By doing that, I now have a mortgage of $3,000, a little bit more than $3,000 a month, and it's going to go up. My insurance is going to go up. My taxes are going to go up. I don't think it'll go up to $4,000, but because if it does, that'll get real tight. But it's at $3,000, and I know if I was to sell this right now and go pay cash for a house right now because I have cash. I'd have $3,000 more a month to invest, okay? But I purposely, intentionally did this because I still have money to invest and I'm still investing more, okay? And I'm at a point in my life where I think I'll get more rental properties, but I'm also branching out into other alternative investments, which I'll talk about later, all right? But I dare say for you, if you do not have a rental property, if you can get your first one, you can be Well-Behaved Wallet, you can be my nephew, you can be someone I've met. I'll just use the name Logan. You can be Logan. If you can get your first one, guess what? It'll be easier to get your second. All right? Because once you get your first rental property and you start getting rent in, the banks will count part of that rent as your income. And that will help you to get another mortgage. Because as long as you're positive cash flowing, they don't really count your mortgage as debt. You're making money. So it's a job. So it's like income coming in. So you qualify, you continue to qualify for mortgages. See what I'm saying? So it gets easier in a way. So how do you buy your first rental house? I'm not going to talk in this video. I'm going to make a series of videos on real estate because I really truly think real estate is the way that the average person can become wealthy. Okay, I'm not saying the person that makes a six-figure job. Okay, I have referenced in previous videos Michael Zuber. Michael Zuber, I don't consider the average person. He was a high-income earner, and as a high-income earner, he could have put all his money in the stock market if he just took 15 minutes a day, and he could have become wealthy. He put his money into real estate, and I think, knowing what I know now about myself and knowing what I know about him, he should be doing much better than he's doing. Because he took 15 years making a high income with his wife making a high income. And he ended up with he had less than 200 units. I think he could have done much, much better. So I don't know what he did wrong. But he's at a point in his life, he's financially independent. And he did it in like 15-ish years, okay? So I'm not saying anything bad about him because he was like me. You have to learn. You make your mistakes. You learn how you do things, okay? But with you watching this, I don't know who you are. If you follow my channels and watch my videos, and yes, it may take me a series of videos to get the points all home to you, but if you start buying real estate, because it doesn't happen overnight, okay? But if you start buying real estate, you can and should and probably will become wealthy, okay? Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, okay? And I'm not going to hold your hand and help you to buy something, okay? But I can give you the keys to the castle, okay? Because remember, I am wearing a white collar right now, but I was a blue collar worker my entire life. I never made six figures. And 20 years before I retired, I took a job making $23,000 a year, okay? And I had two small children, a 105-pound German Shepherd, a cat, and two birds, and a brand new house. That wasn't new, it was old, but a brand new mortgage, okay? And I parlayed that into where I am now with almost being a multimillionaire, okay? So if I can do this, so can you. If you're young, if you're 18, 19, 20, get a job, work the best you can at your job, save up your down payment, and let's get you on the property ladder. If you're 25 to 60-ish and you don't have any rental property, well, let's get you started. It's not, I was 49 when I bought my first rental property. It's not, if you don't start, where are you going to be in 10 years? Okay? Where are you going to be? If you don't start and buy your first one, in 10 years, you'll be just where you are now, maybe more in debt. I don't know. But you got to get started, okay? I'm not going to go into detail of how to do it in this video. There will be more videos coming. and I will try to break down the nuts and bolts of getting that first mortgage. It wasn't that long ago for me when I got my first one for my rental house. I will talk more about just the process of getting it, the process of screening tenants, and the best way to do things. Okay? All right. So this is kind of a introduction to what will be a series of real estate videos. I don't know how long this series will be. I may mix in other videos in between because I'm quite excited about some of my alternative investments. So I may talk on them just a bit. But over the next week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks, I will talk on a variety of real estate topics. And if you have no rental property, pay attention because you will learn. All right? You with me? All right. So tonight, take a break, exercise some, sleep well, and perhaps starting tomorrow or the next day, you will start getting your first introduction to buying your first rental property. Okay? All right. Mazske is signing out. See ya.